Before we get into this section of the video, don't forget that this video series is made in collaboration with our travel channel, Travel With Me Starkiller, for lots of visits to hotels, viewing what they have to offer, as well as some hospitality experiences at football clubs as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely go and check them out. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, leave a comment down below if you've got any suggestions or tips which might help other people out. So let's get into it. So let's get right into it. So this will be as a package where possible, just for the convenience mainly. And then additional items will be costed separately. Of course, if you want to follow any of these budget guides, it may be possible to book it cheaper if you do it separately, depending on when, of course, you book. So make sure you go and check that out and do any research before booking. So each holiday will be itemised to show exactly what we did and what is included at every level. And as already said, all holidays are for family and some are two adults, a teenager and a 7-year-old, at the cheapest time of year, which is summer. So the dates we've chosen are the 21st of August to the 4th of September for each of these. And let's get into the budget holidays. So this is the cheapest option possible chosen with no optional extras. So with Virgin, you'll be flying at London Heathrow to Tampa, staying at the Avanti Resort with a mid SUV and 14-day Disney Universal. This was all booked through Virgin Atlantic Holidays, and that total was $7,248.34. For your pre-flight hotel and parking, you were staying at the Premium on Bath Street, which is 1.5 miles away from the airport. This includes meet and greet at short stay Terminal 3 or 5, depending on the airline, but in case it's Virgin, so Terminal 3. The company that you use, you'll just need to give them a ring 2 days before to confirm which terminal you are at. Of course, Virgin, as I said, Terminal 3. And at the hotel, it will cost you £20 for the night before parking. That will cost you £235.21. And for food for the budget option, we've done this as shopping at Walmart for your breakfast and lunch options. Of course, if you don't need breakfast, you can scrap that out, but I know obviously a lot of people do. And of course your lunches, so basically getting stuff like sandwiches and stuff which you are allowed to take in. You're just not allowed to take in anything, you have to reheat. So that's what we're doing for that. The occasional meal in the park, so maybe the odd one or two here and there lunches if we don't want to have sandwiches for a day. And of course there'll be minimum snacks in the park as well. So we'll take them in from shopping. Well, unfortunately, because we are staying at a hotel with this option, it will be dinner out every single night, as the Avanti does not offer any kitchenettes. So for this budget, you'll want to account £2,000 to £2,400 for your food. Spending money, I put £200 to £300 for this option. So basically getting next to no souvenirs, apart from maybe like one item each. And for your Virgin budget holiday, it'll cost you £9,732.55p. Not too bad. With British Airways budget holiday, we were flying London Gatwick to Orlando, staying at the Rosin Inn at Point Orlando. This was with a large SUV and 14-day Disney and Universal tickets. And that will cost you £8,728.66. And if you wanted breakfast included at the hotel every day, it will cost you £703. That seems really expensive to me, so I'd probably say don't do that. Your pre-flight hotel and parking, staying at the Europa Hotel on Balcombe Road in Crawley, which is about 3.6 miles away from the hotel. You will park at the hotel itself, which will mean you'll need to get a taxi or Uber to the terminal in the morning. It costs about 24 quid, but the check-in desk will book one for you should you ask. And that'll be £124, which for a nice day for 4 is pretty good, with 2 weeks parking as well. So food is, again, we'll be saying 0-1 shopping at Walmart for your breakfast and lunches, with the occasional meal in the park and minimal snacks. But any snacks that you're having were brought in. And dinner out every night is, again, because we're at a hotel. Again, that'll cost £2,000 to £2,400 approximate. And the same for spending money, £200 to £300, minimum souvenirs. And that will set you back £11,302.66p for our British Airways budget holiday. With TUI, you'll be flying from Manchester to Melbourne, and Melbourne into Orlando, of course. You're staying at the Rosin Inn at Lake Buena Vista. This will include your seat selection, choosing the cheapest seats available, which I believe is £32 a person. This is for a mid SUV and has 14-day Universal tickets with the airport, hotel and parking included. We'll go into that in a little more detail shortly. And that will set you back £7,660.80p. As I've said, the pre-flight hotel and parking is included with the package, and that is at the Delta Hotel by Marriott, which is directly at the terminal. And then you will have to take a 10 to 20 minute bus transfer to get to the terminal, because it has to go to other hotels, pick up and all that sort of stuff, and the Delta is one of the last. So Disney tickets will cost you $15.84 from OrlandoAttractionTickets.com. Your shopping is the same as the previous one, getting in your lunches and breakfasts as occasional snack. Snacks you bring inside, occasional lunch in the parks maybe, and your dinners out. $2,000 to $2,400, and again spending money is the same for this one, $200 to £300. So your TUI budget holiday will cost you £11,674 80p for a family of 4. And Debbie's Villa option, which for this one is flying from London Heathrow to Tampa with Virgin. You'll be staying at the Windsor Palm Resort Complex in a 2-bedroom apartment. I've included on this one a barbecue, which gives you other options for eating in. This includes 14-day Universal Disney tickets, and it includes a large SUV. That will cost you £8,495.43. Your pre-flight hotel and parking is Premier Inn on Bath Street, 1.4 miles away, with meet and greet parking at Terminal 3. Again, inform the company 2 days before your terminal, £20 parking the night before, and that will set you back £235.21. Shopping for this one is different to all the others, because obviously you've got a villa, or apartment in this case, you've got full cooking facilities. So you will shop at Walmart for all your breakfast, lunch and dinners. But of course, we have included for the occasional meal in the park, and minimum snacks you bring them in, and dinner in every night, apart from the odd one where, for example, you're going to fireworks at the parks. For that, I calculated about £750 to £1,100. And spending money is $200 to $300, again minimum. So your Debbie's Villa holiday is $9,955.94, meaning for your budget holiday, it is best to go with Virgin. Let's move on to the moderate holiday. So this is a little bit better accommodation with optional extras at the airport and also additional activities as well. So with Virgin, we're flying from London Heathrow to Tampa, staying at Disney All-Star Sports Resort, mid-SUV 14-day park tickets for Disney and Universal, £8,700.63p. Your pre-flight hotel and parking is the same as the other Virgin one, is Premier Inn on Bath Street, short stay Terminal 3 for £235.21. Your fast track security at the airport is £51.96. Your SeaWorld with 3-day dining from Orlando Attraction Tickets is £620. We've got NASA tickets as well for £209, which are included in the Virgin package, but I have done them separately to make it a bit easier. Your shopping for this one, I put for breakfast and meals, for breakfast from Walmart and snacks, meals in the parks or for snacks that you brought in, occasional park snacks if you so desire, and dinner out every night, which I put down between £2,600 to £3,000. Your spending money, this of course again for the other one as well included, is very subjective. For this one I put some souvenirs, so you've got some wiggle room, £300 to £600. This will cost you £13,066.84 for your Virgin moderate holiday. For British Airways, your package is London Gatwick to Orlando, staying at Disney All-Star Sports with a large SUV 14-day Disney Universal. That will cost £9,414.16. Your pre-flight hotel is the same as the last British Airways one at Europa Hotel in Crawley. So taxi to the airport, £124 for 2 weeks parking in a room the night before, which is insane. Fast track is £24 using holiday extras. Your SeaWorld tickets are the same as the last one, £620 for. NASA, £198 for this one, as we didn't do it in the package, so we did it for attraction tickets, so it's slightly cheaper. Shopping at Walmart for breakfast and meals in the parks with snacks brought in, with the occasional park snack. Dinner out every night is £2,600 to £3,000, with spending money at £300 to £600 for souvenirs. So the BA moderate holiday costs you £13,630, 20p. And for TUI, you'll be flying Manchester to Orlando, Melbourne, staying at Disney All-Star Movies, with seat selection included and a 25 kg luggage upgrade. The airport, hotel and parking, which we'll detail in a second, with 14-day Disney tickets for £6,495.67. Pre-flight hotel is the Delta Hotel by Marriott, which is again a 10 to 20 minute transfer because of the way the bus goes. Fast track security is $31.96 with your SeaWorld tickets and Universal 14-day ticket for $22.29 from Orlando attraction tickets. NASA $198. Shopping is the same as the previous ones, where your breakfast you eat out at the parks with occasional snacks at the parks with dinner out every night. $2,600 to $3,000, and you're spending money $3 to $600. This will cost you £12,201.63p. And finally, for Debbie's Villas, you'll be flying from London Heathrow to Tampa with Virgin, staying at the Calais Park in a 5-bedroom villa with 14-day Disney Universal and 3-day SeaWorld tickets and a large SUV. That will be $9,542.52. For this one, it'll be the same as the Virgin for the pre-flight hotel and parking, which is staying at the Premier Inn with meet and greet, short stay, terminal free parking, £20 night before parking fee, $235.21. Fast track security at $51.96, NASA at $198. For this one, we've done shopping at Walmart for breakfast, with all meals being in the park for lunch. Obviously, taking in snacks now during the day, with obviously buying the occasional park snack, with dinner out most nights, with the occasional meal in the house. This will set you back $2,400 to $2,700 with £300 to £600 of spending money. And this one will cost you £13,027.69, funny number, meaning the best and moderate holiday is with TUI. Moving on to Deluxe. Now, this is where it's going to get silly. Well, before the next one. Anyway, the top accommodation with optional extras at the airport and extra activities as well. A lot of these are going to be similar to the previous ones, to be fair, in terms of the flight. So your Virgin package is London Heathrow to Tampa with premium economy upgraded seats. Staying at Disney's Beach Club in the mid SUV, 14-day Disney Universal tickets with a #1 lounge at the airport pre-departure. That will be £23,763. Your pre-flight hotel and parking is at the Renaissance, which is a 10 to 15 minute bus transfer to the terminal for $454. Your fast track is $51.96. For this one, we've gone for 1-day Discovery Cove ticket with 14-day SeaWorld access for $1,028. NASA is $205 because it's included with Virgin, but we have priced it separately for this one. For food, we've done eating breakfast at the hotel, so you haven't got anything in. And lunches in the parks and eating out you are doing every night. And a few nights you are having a more high-end or upscale meal. So $3,200 to £3,500. And spending money, basically you can get whatever you want to a certain degree, $600 to £1,000. So your Virgin Deluxe package will cost you £29,651.96p. FYI, this is getting obviously to the silly category, so you've got some serious spending, a seriously good job to be able to afford these. British Airways is a lot better, to be fair. Well, a bit better. We're flying from London Gatwick to Orlando in World Traveller class, which is basically BA's premium. Staying at Disney Beach Club with a large SUV, 14-day Disney Universal tickets for £18,766.16. Your pre-flight hotel is the Hilton at Gatwick, directly connected to the terminal, so a 5-minute walk, £571. £24 fast track with 1-day Discovery Cove and 14-day SeaWorld for $10.28. NASA for $198. Food is eating at the hotel every morning, with lunch in the parks and dinner out every night with the occasional luxury meal. $32 to $3,500, and souvenirs $600 to $1,000. The total for your BA luxury holiday is $24,737.16. And moving on with TUI now, they have a bit less options, as you'll see in the price. So we're flying Manchester to Melbourne, staying at Disney Beach Club with seat selection and a 25 kg luggage upgrade. 14-day Disney tickets, which will cost £9,878.74. Your pre-flight hotel is the Holiday Inn at Terminal 2, which is a 2-minute walk to the terminal. But in the morning, you'll have to move your car to the Terminal 2 meet and greet, which is where your parking is. $362.15 for that one. Fast track is $31.96. Universal 14-day was $16.25. 1-day Discovery Cove with 14-day Universal is $10.28. NASA is $198. Same food as last time, eating breakfast at the hotel with lunch in the parks and dinner out every night with the old Deluxe for 3,200 to 3,500 and souvenirs of 600 to 1,000. That one will cost you £17,273 and 85 pence. And last but not least is Debbie's Villa with flights from London Gatwick to Tampa with British Airways Premium, which is World Traveller. Staying at the Highland Reserve in a 6-bedroom villa, 14-day Disney Universal and 3-day SeaWorld with large SUV, 14,110 and 3p. Your pre-flight hotel and parking is at the Renaissance Hotel, which is a 10 to 15 minute bus ride from the airport, £454. Fast track security, $51.96. 1-day Discovery Code with SeaWorld, 14-day, $10.28. NASA, $198. Same as the last one was eating breakfast in the villa, so this one you were able to get some stuff in from the shop. Lunch in the parks and dinner out every night with a few luxury meals, $31 to $3,400. Souvenirs, same as the last one, $600 to $1,000. Gives us a total for your Debbie's Villa Deluxe holiday of $19,891.99. So your best deluxe option is TUI. So now we're moving on to the Indulgent. This is just for a laugh. Don't take this seriously. This is the most expensive package I could book per travel company. But this does not include VIP theme park stuff like premium lightning lanes, VIP at Magic Kingdom, because they can really get some money up. So yes, this is just what I could book as like a package deal, basically similar to all the others. Again, this is fun. Don't take this seriously because obviously nobody with half a brain is booking this. So your flight with Virgin is London Heathrow to Tampa in upper class, staying at the Four Seasons Golden Oaks in a grand suite, which are insane. Look at pictures of this. A luxury SUV. It's basically like a house in a hotel. 14-day Disney Universal with number 1 lounge pre-departure, £140,971.40. That is not a mistake. That is actually the cost. Pre-flight hotel and parking is a little bit cheaper at the Renaissance Hotel with meet and greet parking at the terminal for $459. Fast track is $51.96. 1-day Discovery Cove with 14-day SeaWorld is $10.28. NASA with a Meet the Astronaut experience for $352. Food, which is eating breakfast at the hotel, lunch at the parks every day, and sit down and dinners out every night at deluxe restaurants, anywhere between £4,500 to £6,000. Spending money $3,000, so basically whatever. I've not included the castle in that from Disney because that would be cheating. Which means the total for an Indulgent holiday with Virgin is £151,112.36p. Whoa. If you win the lottery, you can afford that. And British Airways, we're going Gatwick to Orlando, World Traveller Premium Class, which is first. We're staying at the Four Seasons Golden Oaks in the Grand Suite again, with a luxury SUV, which is a BM. 14-day Disney Universal, which is $79,881.66. The room that we got with Virgin, which was the top one, with extras and stuff, wasn't available on BA, so we got the top room on that, which is why it's slightly cheaper. Pre-flight hotel and parking is at the Hilton and Gatwick, connected to the terminal for $571. Airport lounge for $141. Fast track security for $24. Discovery Code with SeaWorld, $10.28. NASA with a guided tour and transport, private transport, $516. Food, as we discussed, eating at the hotel, lunch in the parks, and sit down and meals for lunch. Occasionally with dinner out every night at deluxe restaurants, $4,500 to $6,000. Spending money $3,000 because you can have what you want, which will cost you £90,411.66. Next up, we have TUI, which is flying from Manchester to Melbourne, staying at Disney's Copper Creek in a 2-bedroom villa with premium seat selection, so it's right at the front of the plane. 14-day Disney tickets, $36,172.79. Pre-flight hotel and parking at Doubletree by Hilton, which is directly at the airport, parking in Terminal 2 meet and greet for $385.36. Fast track security, $31.96. SeaWorld and Discovery Cove, $10.28. 14-day Universal, $16.25. NASA with a guided tour and transport of $516. Food, as I said, breakfast at the hotel, lunch in the parks, occasional sit-down lunch, dinners out every night at luxury restaurants, $4,500 to $6,000. Spending money $3,000 as we've said. Total £48,029 and 11p. And finally, Debbie's Villa, which is flying London Heathrow to Orlando with a stopover in Charlotte North Carolina, first class. This is staying in an 8-bedroom Champions Gate villa, which has got basically an entire arcade and a water park in the back garden. It's insane. 14-day Disney, Universal and SeaWorld with 3-day dining. Discovery Cove with Dolphin Swim and Sea Venture, which, in case you don't know what it is, you put a helmet on and go underwater. It's pretty cool. And a luxury SUV, which is a BM. 37,937.24. Pre-flight hotels and parking is at the Renaissance with meet and greet parking at the terminal, 459. Fast track security, 51.96. NASA with guided tour and transport, 516. Eating breakfast in your villa with lunch in the park, sit down and dinners out every night with luxury meals, 4.5 to 6 grand. That might go down slightly, of course, if you decide to eat in the villa. But if you're going with like this, why would you not have somebody cook your breakfast for you? And 3,000 spending money, meaning it's 47,214.20, meaning your best value. That's in bigger quotes. For an indulgent stay is with Debbie's Villas at 47,214.20. But if you want to go absolutely nuts and you don't care about money and want to light it on fire, you can go with Virgin Estate Golden Oaks for 151 big boys. So that is it. So I've hoped you enjoy our series of going over all of aspects of a Florida holiday and having a bit of fun at the end with the Virgin package. So you now should have all the information that you need to book your dream Florida holiday. So go out and book it. Obviously, save up. Don't use a credit card. That's naughty. So make sure you save up. Go on that luxury holiday. You deserve it. You work hard. Okay, so if you enjoyed the series, don't forget to punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel, follow on Twitter, Instagram, shit talk, all those down below. If you want to go one beyond, you can join the channel as a member or get yourself some fire merch. But of course, you never have to do any of the paid ones unless you do one of the free. Like, comment, subscribe. If you don't do any of the free ones either, someone will follow you home. So make sure to do at least one. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support through this series, and I shall see you all again very soon.